Hi, this is Alec from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book and record episode to do. Today's book is Gummy Bears Zombie Magic Spell from 1985. So let's get started.
This is the story of Zummy's magic spell. You can read along with me in your book. You will notice time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. Let's begin now. Zummi Gummy, the amateur magician of the Gummy Bears, stood proudly in front of a candelabra.
Now watch, Kevin. I'm about to do my new lamp lighting spell.
The young boy was puzzled.
But I've seen you do magic before.
Yes, but from pieces of paper. This is a spell I learned by heart. Stand back. It may be dangerous.
The purple bear squinted his eyes, spun around once, waved his arms, and wiggled his fingers.
Flumite, flumame, no mouth.
One little candle on the end burst into a tiny flame. Zummi panted, exhausted.
Pretty good, huh?
That's great, Zummi. Let's go show the others.
Kevin grabbed him by the sleeve and dragged him toward the kitchen. But the other gummies had no time for magic tricks. Granny was banging the water faucet with a saucepan.
It's a disaster. Our water just shut off, and we need that special pumpkin kind for making more gummy berry juice. Ruffy, see if you can fix this.
Gruffy looked at the dry tap.
This never happened before. Probably just a clogged pipe. I'll get some tools.
Zummi stopped him.
Since the water is pumped in, the problem could be at the source. Maybe some of us should go see.
Gruffy shook his head.
I say we all stay and dig.
He got a cold look from Grammy.
You could stay and dig up the countryside if you want, old fool, but I'm going with Zummi.
Back in the Gummy Glen Library, Zummi showed the others a map.
Here's where our water comes from. It's called a pumping station. A pumping station. It's by this river.
Little Cubby waved his wooden sword in the air.
Oh boy, an adventure! To the quick tunnels!
Kevin wasn't too happy as he, Zummi, Cubby, and Grammy crawled into one of the many underground quick tunnel cars. This roller coaster subway scared him silly. The car rolled gently forward, then dropped with the speed of a rocket. Kevin screamed as they shot through the darkness at breakneck speed, clanking around curves and doing loop-the-loops. As Kevin climbed wobbly from the car, he heard a loud rumbling.
What's that noise, Zummi?
Oh, the map shows a little waterfall at the pumping station.
But as they stepped into the daylight, they found themselves on one side of a river that thundered down for hundreds of feet. Grammy gasped.
A little waterfall.
Zummi was shaken.
The map shows the pumping station on the other side.
Cubby pointed to a narrow span of slippery rope.
Look, there's a bridge. We can cross the falls there.
Oh, my goodness. This is terrible, terrible.
Zummi moaned as he looked from the skinny bridge down to the crashing water below. Cubby whispered to Kevin.
Zummi's scared of heights.
Zummi stepped out onto the wobbly bridge. Grammy shouted.
Don't look down. Just look at the trees on the other side.
He struggled halfway and then froze.
I can't move.
Kevin crawled over Zummi and bent down.
Here, climb on my back, Zummi. I'll carry you across.
The frightened bear almost choked Kevin doing so, but soon all were safe on the other side. Cubby pointed to a clearing.
Look, ogres. We must be in Duke Igthorn's territory.
Grammy shushed him and peeked through the bushes at the ugly warriors.
Let's sneak around them and be on our way.
Soon, Kevin and the gummies were scampering down a flight of old stone steps. Zummi had his nose in the map.
I'm sure this is the right way to the bottom of the fall.
Zummi caught himself and teetered at the edge of a long drop. Kevin looked down.
Wow, these stairs have broken away. I guess we'll have to climb down by rope.
At the base of the waterfall, Cubby found a large, ancient door with a carved bear over it.
This must be the pumping station, right, Zummi?
Good work, Cubby. Now let me try my gummy medallion.
Zummi inserted it into the ancient lock. The massive door swung open, and the bear stepped cautiously into the dark. Grammy took a torch from the wall. Zummi rushed up eagerly and grabbed it.
Let me light it with my magic. Lumite, numaim, flummow. Flummite, lumaim, numow.
Nothing happened.
I guess I got the words wrong.
Grammy snatched the torch away impatiently.
Very impressive, Zummi. Very impressive.
Then she lit it by hand. Zummi sighed. Inside, they found a gigantic room filled with huge wooden gears and thick metal pipes, leading off in all directions. Grammy stared about in wonderment.
Gummy bears built all this.
Zummi nodded, amazed.
Yes, and it's been running all these years without anyone tending it.
Until now.
Cubby gazed at the silent machinery. Kevin glanced around.
Zummi, could that be the problem?
He pointed to a log jammed into the enormous water wheel.
Yes, that's it. But how can we fix it?
The adventurous boy pushed up his sleeves.
Give me some gummy berry juice, and I'll climb up there and unjam it.
Soon he was maneuvering up the steep machinery. At the top of the water wheel, Kevin drank his little bottle of gummy berry juice. With a jolt, he became as strong as 50 men. Kevin took hold of the thick log, heaved, then his feet slipped. He fell, but then grabbed the wet rock and hung on. Slowly, he pulled himself back up and yanked at the log once more. This time, the log moved just as Kevin's strength wore off. The stubborn log slipped back into place. Everyone frowned, but then, under the pressure of the waterfall, the wheel slowly inched around and unjammed the log. Giant gears turned and water began to pump. Back in Gummy Glen, Gruffy peered into a pipe. Suddenly, a gush of water knocked him over. He struggled to his feet, sputtering.
I was right. I fixed it. Right till Granny sees this.
With the pumping station working again, the Gummies and Kevin climbed back up to the top of the falls. Suddenly, two ogres slipped out of the shadows and grabbed the bears. Granny shouted,
Run, Kevin!
The ogres chased the boy into the woods. Kevin quickly picked up a branch and tripped the first ogre. Cubby rolled free.
Thanks, Kevin. I'll take it from here.
Cubby drank his gummy berry juice and bounced down on top of the ogres, freeing Zummi and Grammy.
Get going, you guys. I'll meet you on the other side of the river.
Then Cubby led the ogres on a merry chase through the forest. Kevin and the Gummies headed back across the rope bridge. Kevin looked back and saw Cubby bouncing across the bridge with the ogres right behind him.
We've got to cut the ropes.
Zummi cleared his throat.
Maybe I could try burning them.
Oh, honestly, Zummi.
Grammy scowled, but Kevin beamed.
That's a great idea. I know we can do it.
As the ogres thundered across the bridge, Zummi panicked.
I can't do it, Kevin. I'll never get it right.
Take a deep breath and relax. You know that spell.
So Zummi concentrated.
Lumite, flumaim, numow.
The ropes burst into flame. Cubby leaped into the air just as the burning ropes snapped. The bridge dropped, and the ogres toppled into the swirling waters below. As Cubby came down, Kevin leaned over the cliff and caught him. Grammy slapped Zummi on the back.
Ooh, you did it, Zummi. You're a real wizard after all.
When the travelers returned home, Gruffy was waiting for them.
I guess you know you wasted your time. I fixed the water myself.
Grammy shook her head.
Ruffy, as you usual, you don't know what you're talking about.
And she left him, sputtering in the doorway. The others were exhausted from their long trip, but Zummi was feeling very good about himself. Tommy noticed.
Say, Zummi, did you ever get the hang of that lamplighting spell?
Zummi smiled. With a simple wave of his hand, every candle in the main hall burst into glowing flame. The little wizard chuckled.
Yes. I suppose you could say I did.
So that was Zombi's Magic Spell, the Gummy Bears from 1985. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. And our next book will be the Wazzy Hippopotamus Goes to Hollywood.